Good dude, bad night, right place, wrong time. In the blink of an eye, his whole life changed. Kanye West, the genius story. Is Kanye West still a genius today?
Let's see. I told God I'll be back in a second. Man, it's so hard
Hard
not
not to
to
doubt.
act reckless.
That's right.
And that seems to be the story with Kanye. So, this is episode 3 of the Kanye West documentary on Netflix, Genius. This is called The Awakening.
Uh-huh.
Because we see with the last 2 episodes of this particular documentary were really good. Show, bring that, damn, those great memories of his great
Very
music
inspirational.
and the hard work he puts in. Now in this episode, he's already a super mega star, right?
That's right.
He's Grammy winning. He's just considered one of the best to ever do it. But his ego is out of control.
Yep.
We see he's losing his mom, and we see all the reckless things that he's doing. He'll do something good. He'll do something reckless. He'll create something amazing over here, but then he does something incredibly stupid over there.
Yeah.
And he's that duality, that bipolar, his mental issues, dealing with everything he had to deal with, and not having that guidance, that north that was his mom for him.
She grounded
Man.
him, and it's unquestionable that once she passed away, things changed. Clearly, we saw it in his music that things changed, but it's apparent that it changed in his life as well. And it goes, people that have lost mothers, I have or whatever. I understand that part, but something more changed in him, which is reflective in this episode. If the first two were inspirational, then this one is it makes you sad, man. It makes you hurt. You feel some type of way.
It hurts. It sucks. No matter who talked to him, you can't tell him nothing at all. Like his son says, that he was so deep into his own mind, he believed it was the greatest thing there is. And like Cudi says in the documentary, it may seem he's spiraling out of control. To him, it seems he's asking for help, somebody to reach out. And we see that he has those times. You know what? I'm gonna become a fashion icon. He does the work. His brand is very
It's brilliant.
successful.
Minus
He's
the
completely
shoes.
brilliant. And then he goes and does something that disappoints his community, disappoints his people, his family.
And he can't. And I guess that is a sickness. And I'll allow for that. However, and we're over here. I'll allow for that, and I understand that. But there is medication, right? And educate
He's not
me.
taking the medicine.
Yeah,
I mean,
educate me if there isn't. But he has these episodes where people don't know when it switches for him, and they get put in these situations, and it just hurts because the brilliance of Kanye is clear and is boundless, so to speak. But unfortunately, the bipolar and not taking his medicine, I'm guessing, I don't know, I wasn't there, but he is having these episodes, is affecting it, and it's affecting. It's causing people to feel a certain way about it, about him.
yeah, I mean, he you can see, as Cudi mentioned, that he lost contact with Kanye for, was it 6 years,
It was
7
6
years?
years. It was-
And these people that grew up together, he did. You would think this guy is doing your documentary for your life. He does your first video,
Yeah.
which was a success. Then he does your biggest, arguably one of his biggest songs, his biggest hit, which was Jesus Walks.
Yeah.
After he went to other people to do it, and they were not successful. And this man's been by your side through the whole time, but he alienates. They meet in different places. He ignores him. It's weird, like the stuff that's
There's,
happening there.
I mean, sometimes people get rich and you have to drop the entourage. I get that, but he was actually doing something. Cudi was actually doing something for you, and maybe they need to grow apart. I think this whole show, you want to call it a documentary? I think it was more than just a documentary on Kanye. I think it was a documentary on a friendship with a megastar, and
Yeah.
seeing, and really at the end, it sort of splits if it doesn't end.
You
But
can tell.
yeah.
Cudi has a lot of love for Kanye. He still cares for him. He was very careful how he made this. Because I did have some issues with the documentary, especially this episode. The first 2 episodes, I think they were flawless. They show a lot of great things that Kanye was doing, and they brought us to this particular point. But when it came to the negative stuff, although he did mention, there was a lot of stuff he did not go as much of a detail. Not to necessarily make him look so bad or maybe
Exactly.
anger his friend.
As a friend,
He had kid clubs on those particular issues. I also would have liked to see him highlight Kanye bringing up other stars, whether that was
Common, John
Common,
Legend,
John Legend,
Big Sean,
Big Sean that he brought
The
with his
Game.
good music.
Yeah.
He did all the not just for himself but for other artists. His genius was shared there. I would have liked to see a little more behind the scenes on
I
that.
don't. Yeah.
I would have liked at least two more episodes on this
It would be
documentary.
nice. I think it would be hard
It
at
felt
this point,
rushed.
and I don't think it was. I don't think it was rushed as much as it was. It would never get out if it wasn't now because of what's going on with Kanye. You saw him on the not the farm but the ranch, and it seemed like things were kind of chaotic. In my opinion, it's a lot of stuff going on there. It's a lot of impulsive stuff. It seemed like things probably wouldn't have gotten out
He doesn't make a
if
lot
it
of
wasn't
sense.
now. Yeah.
He tried to rehabilitate his image with doing the Sunday service. Everybody was giving a lot of praise for.
And he had a great album off of it.
And right after he goes, and he wants to be president.
And then he has a tirade about or a breakdown, which again, these are the things that make I have relatives with mental illness, multiple ones, and
Yeah.
and it's all cool. It's all good because like I stand by them and we hang out, we have regular conversations, and it's all good. That's what I'm saying. Just you have to stay on whatever is prescribed to you to avoid these episodes.
you
And
know what
sometimes
it
things
is?
get crazy and you can't every now and then it may be a little bit much, but not this often.
You know what it is? Is the power that Kanye holds. Like he has the money that allows him access to whatever he wants. There's nothing this man. He's a billionaire, right now. So it's nothing he cannot like. You cannot tell him not don't do that because he can pay somebody to accommodate his life.
Yeah.
People will take money from anyone because there's people still hanging around him. Let's
And
keep
you
it
saw
real.
it like, yeah, go ahead.
Let's keep it real.
Yeah.
Kanye's been doing all these really controversial things, and we can tell this man is spiraling out. That he wants to go ahead and do the Sunday service, which is a good thing. You still have people willing to work for him, whether that's the choir, people around him.
Yep.
Like if people really wanted to take a stand, they could be like, "No, we're not working with you." That would shock this man into a perspective. You know what? I am doing things that are alienating people from me, but money is too powerful.
Yeah, and the whole I was questioning looking at some of the people that were around him, and there's only a few. It was like, are they sticking around him because of his money? Are they?
The
Is
stardom, the
is he in a
genius.
vulnerable state where they could just yes him and get money out of him? Like hey Kanye, we love you, man. Like you changed the face of hip hop. And it was for the betterment of hip hop. We saw back in 09, 08, 09, things sort of stalled out. Would it have happened earlier if it wasn't for you? I don't know. But right now, he's sort of seeming like Mike Jackson.
crisis.
Yeah, he's sort of seeming like Mike Jackson with a different issue and whatnot. And so now
The outfits, the things that he wear. He seems to be spiraling out again just because of his divorce with Kim.
Yeah,
He's in a bad place right now.
Yeah, I haven't seen the video, but apparently there's a video where he commits violence to Avatar or something of Pete David. Why are you going to do that? Why are you going to put yourself in that situation? So if anything that doesn't have to do with you happens to Pete Davidson, they're going to blame you. Like, why would you do that? The one thing that's vulnerable to you as a billionaire, a black billionaire, is the law and a few other things that you have to worry about. Most of the other stuff you don't have to worry about. But this is one of them. They can separate you from your money and put you in jail real quick. So why you keep on tempting it? Why you keep on doing this? It's just still not right to do it anyhow. Let that be. That relationship, unfortunately, is over. Move on.
Sometimes I feel people that are this level of genius, that are the best to ever do at a particular skill. There's always something that doesn't allow them to live a normal
let
life.
go.
It's
Yeah.
somewhat of a normal life.
Like Van Gogh. Go ahead.
There's always something and they don't seem to live very long.
No.
And I hope this is not the case
it's
with Kanye.
one of the situations, yeah, where supernovas
They burn out
they burn out
fast.
quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like we want him to live a long time. And the thing that I was thinking about when I was watching this was like, damn, being a mega star, being a supernova is a hard job, and it changes people. And for the people that reach these heights and have relatively stayed the same, kudos to them, because apparently there's a lot that you can go through, and it can change you to a point where you don't look like yourself.
Now, one thing I do hope, if he sees this video or if he sees this documentary, I doubt that he'll ever see this video, right? That he sees that his mom talking to him and saying that, when a giant looks himself in the mirror, he doesn't see a giant.
Yeah.
And I hope those words really sink in and allow him to reflect and change course because he has so much to offer to the world. Because at the end of the day, I don't think he's a bad person.
It's
He's just there's so many ideas
He's
going through his
still
head. He
he's
needs
still
help.
incredibly talented. Just seeing his work ethic and how he comes up with songs, and anytime something comes to his head, he just records it, saves it for later, and then it spits it out on a track. Is freaking brilliant. And he that's the part that I'm in awe of him. But the social part, the being a good citizen and whatnot, and all this other stuff, some you got to come to terms. However, you have to manage it. I can't tell you how to do it because there's people more qualified than me. But it has to be managed somehow. We want you. We want to hold you up amongst the greats, but we can't do that with this type of
Behavior.
acting out, with this type of behavior, for sure. Like it's amazing just seeing him with his mother when he played the "Hey Mama" song, and his mother loves it, and they're vibing out together. We're watching it right now. It's amazing to see that, and I understand. I really do understand what it is to lose your mother, and he was even closer. So, but you're still here. You still got time. You got
Yeah,
to do what you got to do, man.
we pray and hope the best for him for sure. What were your overall thoughts of the documentary, 3 episodes together?
Wow, this a huge impact. I've talked to many people, and they've been inspired by the first two episodes, and then the last one is it just hurts your heart, and I feel the pain that Cootie's feeling because he's looking at his friend and not seeing his friend. Sort of, he's like he's still a cheerleader for Kanye, but like he said, Yeezy, he doesn't know. Yeezy is different than Kanye, and we all know that to be a fact. So it was exciting and inspirational. First two episodes. The last episode is eerily similar to these superstars that have burnt out, and I'm worried. I've been worried when he had that 20-minute episode
Yeah.
on the stage. I said it. I said he's either gone crazy and pardon the term, but there's some type of psychological problem or whatever, mental illness problem, or he's on drugs. I said it, and come to find out he was having some type of issues and whatnot. But Yeezy is different than Kanye. Kanye, please come back.
No, I completely love this documentary. Very impactful, so inspirational. Very sad at the end.
Yeah.
I can only hope the best for him that he can, keep. He gets himself better for his family, his kids. He finds a stable situation for himself, and he can keep contributing to the world in a positive way.
Yeah, and the friends of Kanye, Jay-Z, Dame Dash, and whatever,
Cootie,
the
yeah.
true friends, Cootie,
Stick by him.
yeah, stick by him. We're rooting for him. We love Kanye. We want to hear a good ending story for Kanye, or in this case, a good continuation story for Kanye. And also Kim. Kim stuck around him for a while. That's
Kudos to her.
Yeah.
For whatever you could
Kudos,
say.
yeah.
Say whatever you may of her. I mean, she held on as long as
That's
she
a
could
lot.
through that. It's a lot. It's a lot.
That's like two full-time jobs there. Maybe with the kids, maybe it's like three full-time jobs. So kudos to her. This thanks to Cootie for bringing it to us. Perspective, like it was just the fact that Cootie created a production company out
Yeah.
of this
His
is amazing.
career, yeah.
Is amazing. He found his love, and the fact that he was able to hang with his dad before he passed and everything like that was great. There was a lot of heart.
Right place, right time. To tell you this.
Situations in this, and it's just man. The only thing that's worrisome is Kanye. But thanks for this. This has been a great documentary, and we thoroughly enjoyed it. Let us know your thoughts. If this is your first time viewing, we are Unstructured Media. Go ahead and click on some of the other videos. We got plenty of them. But until the next documentary, I'm E, this is H, and we are
Unstructured.
That's right.